Hello everyone, welcome to Ligo, a puzzle game that I gotta wake up. A puzzle game that I saw in my recommended feed from a channel called Joe Plays Puzzle Games. He's a pretty cool guy, he plays lots of puzzle games. And at first I was like, yeah, it's another puzzle game. But I kept seeing it recommended from the same channel, you know, the same series. And eventually I looked at it and I was like, my first impression was I saw the stars in the sky and the graphics were standing on it. And I was like, oh, it's playing off the aesthetics of Fez. So it's just kind of a copycat game. I'll keep looking at it. And I started watching and I very quickly realized this is going to be a good game. I should play it for my channel. So shout outs to Joe Plays Puzzle Games. You should check him out. He's pretty cool. And thanks for getting me into this game. We can walk left and right as this blobber. And then there's a thing here. Maybe it teleports us after we solve a bunch of puzzles. But yeah, the thing that really convinced me to play this game was I saw how the puzzles begin. This is inspired by Steven Sausage Roll, one of the best and hardest puzzle games of all time. And so I saw him play a few puzzles and I was like, I gotta play this. So the idea here is if we drop it like that, you can't do. So undo left bumper, but you can put yourself over a pit if you're holding onto a block. And you go here and then you can push him and then you can squish him and he's dead. And then we win. We gotta squish the mushrooms. So I'm calling this game LIGO because that is what the Laser Interferometer Gravitational-wave Observatory is pronounced, which is what I did research on when I was in grad school. Joe pronounces it Ligo. I don't know if there's an official pronunciation. Another thing is I don't have time in my schedule, in my upload schedule, to play this game along with everything else that I want to play. Deltarune's coming out in a couple of days. Other games are coming out next month. And I'll want to play games quickly. But I really wanted to play this game today to start this playthrough. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to release this series early on Patreon. It is going to be a timed Patreon exclusive for a while. And then once I have time in my upload schedule, I will start uploading the sequels to YouTube. But for now, you get this episode right here. I can retry the level, and I'm going to move on to the next one. Looks like we can choose a few levels to do next. Let's undo that. We can push, we can grab. It seems like we want to get to the other side of the block first. Maybe. Okay, so block cannot land on vines or on the pads on top. So what if I do this? Squish! And then, well, what about this guy though? Squish! Also, what excites me is that this is apparently a long game. Joe's on episode 33 last I looked, so there's plenty of puzzles. Loophole! If I move that way, it drops it, but I can't grab if I'm facing away from it, so I can do that. Oop. Okay. So maybe I want to place it higher, like here. I can't squish it myself. And now we have exhausted all the mechanics I know about. Actually, there's one more. There's gravity switchers. But other than that, it's mostly blind. That seems to have not colorified the area. Probably because it was overlapping. New friend. Hey, there's more than one of me. Oh, I'm bigger now. If I'm bigger, can my weight squish the guy? Yeah. New friend. If I'm tall, can my weight squish the guy? Yeah. About face. Oh, right. Okay, gotta turn this way before I go up here. And then I fall down like that, okay. Got it. No, don't got it. Aha, there we go. Where? Well, now what? Maybe I did something incorrect. Well, that doesn't change anything. If I'm holding the grab button while I turn around, it doesn't do it. And the plants cannot support the blocks. What's the reset button? Okay. So what I want to do is hold the block on its left side so that I can walk over here and drop it on him. If I go down while holding it or something. It doesn't work. Okay. But this doesn't work either. Seems like we might have messed something up. Oh, I can go down here. Oh, there we go. I didn't realize that was climbable. There we go. We can switch around now. Squoosh. I don't know why we're squishing these creatures. Makes me a little sad. Hold tight. I think maybe I'm supposed to be long, not tall. Can I? Wait a minute. Wonder if I can grab it. I got an idea. Put it there. Grab like that. Ha 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 ha! Squoosh! I imagine I can't simply walk into them even if I'm too tall. What's this? Wonder if that's a mechanic. Turn everything on at once. Ah. The crown. It's on my head. Oh. This does knock me off, or does knock it off my head. Oh, there we go. Squoosh. This game is a lot of fun, and I learned that this is a vine I can climb. Realignment. That's one. Alright, let's reset. Okay. We do this first. Can't climb down on them, but I can sploosh all three. You know what? Maybe they're mushrooms and we're releasing their spores. Maybe that's it. We are helping them procreate. Oh, the darkness isn't the level titles. It's the Ew. Okay, reset. Grab first. maybe not. That's my thought. I want to grab the block before becoming long. So, I mean, the obvious thing would be to grab like this. Then I'd want to put it somewhere. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Oh. Oh, I did it, I think. Maybe? Not really. No. Because now I can't get it off my head. That's the problem. Not at all. There is nothing to bonk it. Nothing to move it. So I want to be too wide. There we go. Maybe not. There we go. There we go. That's what I want. I want to be too wide, holding it down here. Whoosh. Now I wonder if squishing the guy and falling off at the same time counts as a win. Yeah, I realized this texture is not around the level entrance, it's around the guys. Eye to eye. It looks like we might want to grab it from... Wait. How do we get it? I'm tall. Can't grab it here. But like we want to grab it from higher above. Oh, right. How do we grab it, period? We can move ourselves. Then we can go over there. We can change our position. We can't... It says eye to eye, but we can't be looking at each other. Because we change directions using the same button. We can't grab the gold shroom. Can't grab it on the way down. At least not with controls I understand. We could... Oh, here we go. We have this. Oh. No, we have to be this way. Now we can grab this. That's interesting. We can't turn around once we're combined this way. Is that the only way we can grab the thing? It might be good enough, though. No. I can't get around it. Oh, there we go. Drop it there. And then... use our body weight! Ooh, a star! Is it a fancy level? A collectible? Aha! We can now teleport, it looks like. And we can grab one of these. Alright. Interact. There's still more to do here. Alright, we can go to a new world. Let's stick around here for a while. Yeah, it's interesting that we get a block to use. There must be a meta puzzle. I like my metal puzzles. It's nice that they let you hold it to go fast. I can't go down there. Can I not get anywhere else here? I may be stuck. I may have to go through the teleporter. No, I can. Gotta take this. Yeah. Over the top. So what would we want to do? We would have to get too wide and grab it. Suggest maybe we want to get you out of the way. And then... oh, wait. What I'm trying to do is get the block on top, like, up here, so that we can climb up and then grab it as two of us, and then we can squish it. So first I need to get it off my head. Now the obvious way to do that is like this. Oh, there we go. It's fine. Yeah. Then I want to put it here. And then I want to climb up like this. Let's give ourselves some space. Put it over here. That's fine. Yeah, and then I want to be like that. Gotcha. Squish. Okay, now that I'm over here with this block, I can, well, I probably want to put the block over here. Right? In that spot. I'll put it there for later. But while I'm here, I want to do this puzzle. Trapped below. Okay, what do we want to do? We want to be too tall and be holding the block from our top. So I'm going to start by doing this. That should be fine. Oh. How do I get the block to be higher? Oh, I see. I need it to be on top of my head. So let's do it like that. No, this may be fine. There we go. You grab, and then I get up here and do this. That might not work. Okay. How do I do this? I'm on top of the block. I don't want to be on top. I can't squish myself. That's nice. I want to be holding the block, but be above my lower self. I don't know if that's possible. Yes it is. Here's how. Yeah, drop. There you go. Come on up. Actually, yeah, we want to... what do we want to do? We want to... oh. Well, here's an idea. Go back down. This might be a... here we go. There we go. Maybe? Nope. Well, this isn't gonna do it. I'm like, well, there's two possibilities. Either one, we want to be tall, and we want to grab the block from our top side. Oh, no, that's easy. We just drop the block here. Assuming we can. It actually might be tougher than I thought. Drop the block right where my top guy is, and then we can be tall and grab it from the top. The other possibility is, what if we want to grab the block while it's on top of the other guy? So like, if I could be turned to the right now and grab it. I don't know if that's possible. The layout of the block seems to suggest it's not. Unless... well, then that's down here. I can't... right, because if I had this configuration up top, then I could squish it as well. Maybe. No, I don't think so, actually. So the goal is right now to get the block to be... not like that. To be right there. If I go here, then I combine together. But if I go here and down, then it falls. Alright. So, no, I got an idea. Don't got an idea. Got an idea. There we go. Don't got an idea. Here we are. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. No. Okay, well, no, this is better. This is better because now we can... now we can do this. Yeah! Haha! Okay, now we should be able to grab this and use it to... wait. No, here we go. Push it down right there. And go over here. Yay! The fall. I can grab one of these. I can... there we go. That's probably how we want to start. What do we want to do? We can... we probably want to... I'm a little bit confused. And one possibility is we want to do this. Hey. Hey. I mean, we don't necessarily need our guy. Okay, what if we are too wide? We bring the blocks up with us. No, not that way. Okay. Interesting. What if we just... oh. This is why it won't work. Because there's nothing to squish it on. So what do we gotta do? We have to just... we have to... make it fall. Nope. We have to make it fall, but not all the way. just a little bit. So what if instead of holding it this way, we're holding it the other way? Which would mean we have to combine this way. And then what if we put it here? Then we can't get back up. So that would allow us to land here. But yeah, we can't get back up and we can't get across. Let's restart. Okay, what if we're tall? Tall, we couldn't get across. We need to be wide. Nope. We need to be wide so that we can get over to the left. And then we want to fall just a little bit. We want to fall, so I want to stack these two. Can I use the mouse? No, okay. We want to stack the two blocks on the lower block at the bottom of the screen. That's my thought, because if we do that, then we can drop ourselves. We can move the gold guy down 2 blocks. And then we move to the right and we back up and squish him into the wall. However, it requires that we get across the top, which means we have to be wide and have a block, and be looking to the right and have a block in our hands. So there's a gap to the left of the gold guy. That suggests that we can't simply push him into the wall. You know, that's the point. We can't just push him into the wall. We have to lower him or raise him. We could raise him if we found a way to do that. I don't know if there's enough blocks to do that though. Yeah, because even if we were too tall and there was a block on the bottom block and we were holding a block in our hands, we wouldn't be able to raise him. So we have to be able to lower him. And that means we have to get across the top. Well, we could put... Oh, I don't know. I was like, there is that spot over on the top left. We could put a block there. But we wouldn't be able to climb with it. So... It very much seems like we have to be too wide, looking to the right, holding a box, and then go down that vine. Well, maybe, no, we do have to be too wide. That's right, that's the problem. To get across the top gap, we have to be too wide, looking to the right, holding a box. Unless there's something I haven't thought of yet, which is always a possibility. So... Wait, what if we do this? Oh, we can only hold one. No. What if there's a way to split these boxes? I don't know of a way to split them. I was like, because what if we're looking to the right with both guys, both holding a block, and then we get close together? I don't think that would help us with this puzzle, but it's something to think about. Another possibility. Let me see if I can do it. A thought. I guess we couldn't get to the left if we were doing this, but if we're too tall and we're holding a box to the bottom left of us and we're on that top left vine, we could drop down while still clinging to the top left vine and having only moved the gold guy down 1 square. Because my issue now, right now, is that if we are too wide and we're on the vine, then There's no way to drop the box below us. And there's no way to... Oh well, but even if we were too tall and we were holding it at the bottom, there'd be no way to climb down that vine. So, what was I in the middle of saying? If we're too wide, and we have a box in our hand, and we're facing to the right, and we go across that top gap, and we go down the vine, we still have a box in our hand, which means we can have at maximum one box below us. And that box below us, if we go down to move the gold guy down, it'll go down too far to that gap in the bottom left corner. And so then we won't be able to squish him. Not at all. So I'm not even seeing a path to victory. If we were too wide on that top vine, and we had both boxes at the bottom, then we could do it. What is this puzzle called? The fall. Another possibility is, what if we're separate? Can we get across if we're separate? I don't think so. I think we have to be... maybe. If we've got... No. If we're separate, then we got one guy holding a box, the other guy standing on top of that box holding another box. That's a gap of 3. Oops. And no matter how we do that, we can't get across to the other side. If we're facing this way, then the boxes will fall through the vine on the other side. If we're facing this way, then we will fall down before we can do that. Before we can do our thing. You know what? We don't have to do all the levels in order. Is this the last level? There's another level over here. We can save some levels for later. Oh. But we have to figure out a way to get there. Oh no, getting down there is easy. Okay. Let's drop down from above. Breathing space. Alright. Okay, looks like we have to be 3 wide. Oh, not quite like that. Drop. Nope. There we go. This one is much easier. Alright. Now I imagine... So I wonder if those shapes in the background are other levels. They probably are. We got one more level in here. We're struggling with it. We do, in fact, have to use the box to get there. So let's see if anything happens when we move this box here. No! What if we move this box here as well? Reset area. Oh, that's nice. It just poofs the boxes. Let's try to get all the boxes here and ourselves. It is nice that if you hold it, you can go a little bit more. Alright, we drop that right there. And then bring this one where we can get it. There we go. Alright, drop it there, stand here. Yay! Oh, hey. Something did happen. A faint shift, a quiet signal within, slips by unnoticed. Life moves forward unbothered. Lore? there's something we're gonna have to do with that information. Let's move on to another world. Remember, we have one undone here. We'll come back once we've learned how to master this game better. Because that's how puzzle games go. Sometimes you learn how to do things better and then come back and it's easy. Low ceiling. Alright. Do we want to... I have an idea. It's not a very good one. My thought was we want to be too high, and then we want to push the gold guy over one of the vines, and then with a block on top of our head. Well, there must be a way to get the block up, right? Oh yeah, if we're one high and we get a block on top of our head. Okay. Okay. Alright, that's a start. There we go. Block on top of our head. Alright, now we have to be able to get too high. Get too high. We got a block on top of our head. Now we can do this. The problem is, now we have to come up from underneath. Okay, so that's not what we want to do. What we want to do instead is this. Aha! And now we want to stack ourselves too high with a block on top. Squish! This game is so satisfying. Oh yeah. Let's look at this. Let's try to estimate how many levels there will be. Let's say we did 10 already. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that would be 160 puzzles if each of these worlds has 10. It's a lot of puzzles. It's gonna be a nice long game. Secured drop. That's a lot of guys. Well, clearly we have to bring the block down. Well, there's a vine here, so maybe we want to separate ourselves? Or maybe we want to drop down on ourselves to make ourselves tall? What if we want to get 3 tall? That's my thought. I want to get 3 tall so I can... There we go. Alright. Or... yeah, I want to be exactly 3 tall. There we go. Now I just hang out here. Not quite. No, I wanted... what did I want to be? The trouble is, now that even though I'm 3 tall, and it's the right height, I can't get it to the guy I'm trying to get it to. I wonder if I can make weird shapes with this. No. I guess it's gotta be either tall or wide. What if I want to be wide instead of tall? Pull this down. Make myself wider. There is a guy at the bottom. That's concerning me. My thought is, what if I go over... Oops. That's inconvenient. Nope. Let's not join together quite yet. Alright, this one's a head scratcher. We obviously grab the box. We go this way first. That's as far as we can get with that. If we start by... Well, how wide would we have to be? 1, 2, 3, 4... We'd have to be 4 wide and be on this middle platform to do that. I don't think that's possible. So what if we are 3 tall? This is probably fine. Plus, there's a guy with a block on top of our head. Like this. Nope. I think we got it. Yeah. Difficulty is how are we gonna get the upper guy to land on top of our head now? Well, maybe like this. Uh-oh. Nope, falling off. Nope. Restart. The guy's on top of us. Well, to get the first one, we do have to go like this. Maybe we just gotta be careful from the beginning. This is what we tried before. It didn't work. That's almost good, though. What if the... Okay, well, if we do that, then the guy on the right doesn't even matter. Right? Yeah, the guy on the right can just pop off. So we can just literally do this. Nope. Okay, it is a little more complicated than I thought. Is there a way to hold the block to the right? Because if so... Yeah. Yeah, there is. Just drop that, and then... holding the block to the right. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. Alright, I got it. Delivery for you. Hahaha. Fun puzzle. Which one shall we do next? An upside down? Okay, not in this one. Plateaus. I almost read that as Plateaus. So it looks like we need to get a box up to the top. Push it right there. We probably need to get multiple boxes up to the top. Let's try taking one at a time. Okay. So I put this here. And then we can bring our second box. No, we actually want to... we do have to... What am I doing? We do have to grab it from this side to get it up here. And then we want to go around, and I want to put the block on top of this guy's head. So come up and drop this one here. No, that's not quite right. We want to do that from the beginning. Alright. So now we should be able to drop a block on top of the guy's head. Like that. Oh, and then we just... Oh. Never mind. Here we go. Yeah! Squishy bridge! Okay, looks like what we want to do is make ourselves... Oops. Not that. Make ourselves wide. Actually, no, that is fine. Oh, it's not fine. Ah. Okay, what if we undo that then? We will have to move the block closer. Oh, no, we're fine. Okay, that was a mistake. We have to find a way to... Nope, not tall. To get... to get our left guy all the way to the right. Am I making any progress? Yes, I think. Yes, I'm making progress. There we go. These should not fall, right? Because they're equal weight with us. But let's think about it that way. But if we grab this, squish. Because one block is more weight than one mushroom. We don't know if one block is more weight than two shrooms, though. Sticky situation. Yeah, that's the issue. Okay. The other possibility is, what if we want to get ourselves to be too wide? Yeah, what if we want to get ourselves to be wide? Is there a way to do that? Okay, so this is a gimmick level. There's something we gotta learn from this. It's not obvious. It's not obvious, but it's a mechanic, right? Because once we learn it, then the puzzle will be solved. No. Oh, you can undo a restart. That's nice. Pressing up does nothing. Down does that. Up, down, left, right. We do have a block. We gotta use the block to squish the guy. Yeah, my thought was, if we're too wide, then we can just walk over top of the guy below. That's totally fine. If we are too tall, is there a way to do anything? I mean, we can get to the other side of the block. Maybe that'll be helpful somehow? Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. So now we can... Oh. Yeah! Aha! Hooray! Unlock the teleport for the next world! Just one. Nice. What's to the left? Nothing? Oops. I like how the puzzle, the overworld itself is a puzzle. Let's try this one. Step across. Okay, so we need to get one guy on top of a block. This should do it. Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now what? No, maybe the guy with the block has to be on top. Alright. Oh, that's neat. Passing it back and forth. Oh, the guy with the block is not on top currently. Wait, that didn't help at all. So... we could be like this, and then have the other guy be underneath. We just need to get a block on top of a guy's head. That should be easy. There we go. There we are. Yeah! Ooh! Climb over. That drops a block. What do we need? Let's look at the end. We need a guy over there. Maybe too tall? We could try getting too tall. A guy with a block on his head. Over to the left. So that's the goal. Above the gold squishy, we need a guy with a block on his head. That's my first thought. So to do that, we need the guy with the block on his head to be above another guy that is holding a block. I don't know about that. So we've only got 2 blocks. So, yeah. Another possibility is we want a 2 high. To get a 2 high up there. I mean, here's the thing. What am I thinking? In words. Use words, Chris. If we had to get a guy up to the top left, we need a guy in the middle zone. You know, not where I'm standing now, but between myself and the gold guy. That middle zone. We need somebody there who's holding a block. And we need to be on top of that block. Our final guy has to be on top of that block. So that we can move to the left and then step off over the gold guy. That requires that we get into the middle zone. But it seems the middle zone requires a guy to have a block in the bottom zone, which I am now. We'll call it middle zone. We'll call it top zone where the gold is, middle zone, and bottom zone where I am now. So if on the bottom, another possibility is the guy on the bottom has a block on top of him. We have a guy holding the block on top of him. Walk over here, and you know, I could just show what I mean. Like I'm right here, and in the middle, I'm holding the block on top of the first guy, and I walk over here, and then I get over to here, but then the block that I'm holding from the first guy just reset. I'm trying to demonstrate, but it's tough. So I'm pretty sure I don't want any of the guys to get combined. So, like if I'm, let's say, to get onto the middle layer, I have a guy holding a box, standing on the middle layer right now, where the lowest box is right now, and holding onto that box. Then I can move left. I mean, here's the difficulty, right? No. Before I talk about the difficulty, let's finish the idea. I move left, and even if there's a guy standing on top of the box, so like imagine the very top guy is on the middle right now holding that bottom box. Then I can move the whole configuration to the left, except the bottom guy, of course. And then I'll get over to the left, but then the guy on top, the guy on, the guy who has the box on his head, there'd still be one guy, the middle guy would still have that top box on his head. If I try to move that guy to the left, he'll walk on top of the guy who's holding the box in the middle zone. And that will combine them, and that will prevent the guy with the box on his head from standing on the gold squishy. What's this level called? Climb over. Alright, so what's another possibility? And here's the weird thing, I feel like I have to work through this from the end. So it's kind of hard to experiment with this level. Although I could try, I haven't tried yet. The other possibility is, what if I'm holding the box to the left? The guy in the middle zone is holding the box, and the box is to the left of him. Then the one standing on top of that box could step off the box and move to the left and drop down. I don't think that would work. What's another possibility? What if we have 2 boxes no. Like, what if we are too tall? What would that take to get? 2 of us are tall, and we step on the gold squishy. I don't know if that will work. I imagine it'll work. I'm not sure. Well, I know that'll work because previous puzzles. We would have to step off of a box in the middle zone, which would mean we would have to push it there from the third guy, which would mean the third guy would have to be in the middle zone. I think that's impossible. So I think we really should be focused on a guy having a block on his head when he steps on the gold. Which would mean we'd have to step off of a block on the middle zone, which would mean there would have to be a guy pushing it, which would mean we would have to step off a block on the bottom zone, which would mean we have to have a guy pushing it. There's not enough blocks for that. You know what? Let's come back for this one later. We'll have later in the series. Later in the series will be where we come back and spend a lot of time in specific levels. For this one, being the introductory opening on YouTube, let's just solve as many puzzles as we can. Little by little. Okay, do we want to be... There's a block. I'm just gonna go up little by little. Keep them separate for now. Try to keep them separate for now. I do think I want to keep them separate. That's going to be tough. Let's start by putting this guy under here. That's no good. Now if I put that guy under there. Okay. Drop off. I don't want to drop off. It looks like we have to get the box somehow. How would we get the box? Could we be too tall? And where do we want to put it? We'd want to put it... I mean, my first thought is we want to be 3 wide and then squish the gold guy. Well, that's not going to work. If we're too wide and we hold the box, we could squish the gold guy. That would require putting the box in a good place. Maybe we want to be tall, but we don't want to be tall yet because we got to get the box. We could be... I think we have to be at least too tall to grab the box. So maybe that's... but we have to be too tall when we're on the right. Oh, there we go. Alright, here we go. Now we can make ourselves too tall. Grab the box, and we might want to drop the box down. That might be the only thing we can do with it. Or... we may want to get the other guy. This is the only thing we can do here, is it? I think we're good so far. I think this is what we're supposed to do. Do we need to be 3 tall? If we're 3 tall, could we just walk into them and squish them? Probably not, right? That would be too easy. No. Alright. Is there a way to... move this? Oh, here we go. Never mind. Can't climb taller than that. mean, the only thing we can do is drop the box, right? So I'm thinking we want to stand too tall at the bottom while the other guy has the box and stands on top of him. Let's try this. We grab, we move out of the way. We grab, we climb up, we grab, we climb down. Nope. Oh. Oh. Shucks. But now we got a box on top of our head. That help at all? We can't grab ourself. Shucks. We can do that. Am I out of moves? Don't want to drop the guy. Maybe it's time now to go 3 tall. Can I do that? Because if we were 3 tall, then maybe we could reach up. Maybe we're done. Maybe this is as far as we go with this path. Let's try it out again. Oh. How did I do this? Now let's back up. I don't remember how I got to that part. So I'm pretty sure the only way to get this block is to be too tall. We have to be too tall, we have to grab it. And then the only thing we can do with it is drop it. And then what if we're 3 tall? What if we're 3 tall now? Now we're stuck. Well, if only we could... So my goal... What should my goal be? I think my goal should be... to get... Is it possible... Oh. I'm like, what if I got the guy who's holding the block right now to stand on the block just to the left of us? Then push the block on top of the tall guy's head. Like, what if I could get the block on top of the tall guy's head? That would require me to climb higher, though. If I go here, then that just makes us 3 tall. I'm struggling. I don't think I can get the 2 tall guy to be on the other side of the block. Unless I can do something up here first. No. No, I do think that it has to be a drop like this. That just makes us extra tall. You can't climb up while holding it underneath that block. But it's called little by little, which suggests maybe we're on the right track with this. Now it's on your head. Does that help? I think I've tried this. Then we can do that. But that's all. And that, I can't believe that's not sufficient to squish the guy. Come on. There we go. That doesn't help. I feel like I've got to be so close. I'm just trying to think. Can we get... I was gonna say, can we get the little guy to be on top of the block when it's like this? I don't think so. This seems closer. We can get the little guy to be on top of the block when it's below. Pretty sure that doesn't help us though, that just makes us stuck. Alright, here we are, and we can do this. That doesn't help. That pushes the block off. Can't climb up because none of the guys are on the vine. I feel like I've got to be so close. Trying to think if we had a block, the block on top of the tall guy's head. If we problem is we have to get the block to be higher. If we could have the tall guy holding the block on the right. I don't think I'm gonna do this one right now. Taking too long. Can I leave? Okay, there we go. Alright. What does it take to leave? Is this another one we tried? Yeah. Wow, it's tough to leave. There's a block to carry over there. Can't do anything with it though. Oh yeah, we can. We can't get to it. Alright. So that's about what we're gonna do for now. We have to find a gravity reverser or something. So let's go on to the next world. This world, to be specific. Maybe this one will be easier. That's a lot of shrooms up there. Trapped in place. Is there like... There's options. What's the option? Saves, controls. Solve 23. Okay. Profile 0. Okay, it auto-saves. Good to know. Trapped in place. It looks like we want to push this guy. But not that far. we want to push the guy so that it's right down below us right now. That's my thought. So then we could, well, I was gonna say then we could drop on top of them. I don't think that's the case. This could be one of those where we need a gimmick. We need to learn a new gimmick. I seem to not be able to get to the block. So what if we do this? I can't grab it. Oh, I can push it up though. Okay, now I can get the block. Nice. Oh, here we go. I just have to find a way to get the block up top. Like this. Oh yeah. Squish. Path to connection. There's a lot of stuff here. Looks like we gotta bring some guys up here so that we can stand on them. That's fine. The question though is, how do we get to the third one? We can squish the first two. Can't push them down. Oh, we can do this. Ah, there we go. Squish. Not quite. What if we pull the block the other way? Oh no, that's fine. We can do that now. Yeah! I'm starting to get a little tired. The levels are starting to look a little overwhelming. And so maybe I should call it soon. It's very fun. The tree! Gotta get as many guys as we can. We gotta drop it on top of them. Maybe we don't want to bring the block right away. Wait. Yeah, push you. Same on that side. Walk over. We can now push that to be accessible, right? Because we can get the guys like this. I don't know if we want to do that yet though. So what I want to do is somehow get the upper one. Maybe I have to push another one from the right? Let's start over. Okay. Can I push them up? There we go. Start like that. Push that one over. Now push you here. That might have been a mistake. Push you? Okay, start over. Okay, I feel like what I want to do is I want to make a bridge so I can get over to the left. Like if I push this one up and then left. Oh, that's the, I don't have to switch grounds. No, I don't want to push it up. Wait. Yeah, push it up there and then left. Now I'm here. Now I can get to this vine. Push the guys there. And now I can get everybody on the left side. everybody on the left side is gettable. Now I have to figure out how to get the guys on the right side. Which means I have to... push you right. Wait, is that all I have to do? Yeah, okay. Here we are. Pretty good, pretty sure of myself. This one is too high, but I can fix that by going like that. Alright. Now everybody needs to be pushed one little bit away. Let's go! Squish! Squish! So the block is heavy enough to squish any number of mushrooms. I'm tall. Storage. Right? Many arms. Okay. Mistakes were made. Alright, what do I want to do? Not that. I think what I want to do is drop... My confusion is how do I get the guy who's in the cubby? The guy to the right. Let's figure that out. So... we can drop down on this guy. Then we can't do anything. We can drop a block. We can grab one block. There's one. Alright, I think this is fine. I don't want it to be the other way though. So I want to grab it with my face. And then put it in there. I think. I'm not sure. And then shove it through with the other one. At the bottom, how do we get that last one? It looks like we gotta push a block into it. However, we've only got 2 boxes and we start out tall. So... it's almost like we want to stand on one to the left, but we can't stand on them because we're too heavy. Okay, we can switch one. What if we put it there? I'll put this one here. How do we get one to the left? Like this. Oh. But issue. Huh. Oh, no issue. Grab it with my face. Put it right there. I did the same thing with this one, however we did that. And hope that the solution manifests itself. Okay. Now what if we grab it here? And then, well, we can't fall down. Are we can squish one. We can't push it in like that. Alright. The real question is, how do we push that second block in? If we could somehow... here we go. I've got an idea. If we could hold the block like this, and then fall down, and then we could squish the guy. You know what? Let's just try throwing down the second block and seeing what happens. Drop it, grab it, nothing. So like if we could... If we could somehow... Well, what if we were facing to the right and there was a block in the cubby? Actually, we can just do that, right? We can put it there. Okay, now we're here. That's not really better. Also, we can't let go. We can't finish. So my thought is, if we're holding a block in the middle and we fall down right here, then we could switch it and then push. No, we couldn't. If we're holding a block in the middle to the left, though, then we could switch. No, we couldn't. So how do we do this? Yeah, if we're holding a block in the middle to the left, then we can just back up and squish the guy. Problem is, how do we hold the block in the middle to the left? Okay, what if we haven't dropped the first block and we're holding two blocks? I mean, we can fall down like this, but we can't re-grab. So it's like, what if we're holding two blocks? What if we're holding both blocks? Yeah. What if we're holding both? Well, we can't be holding both blocks. Because this. Oh well. So it was like, what if we were holding both blocks, and then we walked, and it was top and middle. Then we walked here and we fell down one, and then we backed up. But there would have to be a block behind us. So, what if... How do we do this? Something like, no. Like that. Then we wanted to get this Well, what's the point of this little hole to our left? Because we could just drop a block up from here. And levels are designed with purposes. What's the point of that? It could be that we want to grab it while we're there. So let's try something I haven't tried yet. Put one there, and then take this one with us. I don't know if that helps. What if we put this on the other side? Take it this way, and we can do that by doing something like this. Not that. It does have to be the top. Squish. Nah. Oh. What do you know? Sometimes you stumble into the answer. Boxed in. Okay, so we gotta push the guy. Is this easy? Not quite. I might have messed up. Alright, let's try that again. Start by getting the box down, and then switch sides, and then we want to get the guy out. Okay, now what do we want to do? My thought is I want to be too wide, facing right, holding the block. So if I do this, I'm looking the wrong way. And that would be so that I can squish. Another possibility is, what if I am looking left, holding... no, I guess that probably won't work. I'm like, what if I'm looking left, holding the block, and the other guy is on top? Like this. Does that work? No. The problem is I'm looking the wrong way if I do it like that. Alright, am I closer? I'm still looking the wrong way. I have to look to the right and be able to grab the block. And if I go up here, I can move to the right, but I can't move my other guy to the left again to combine them. This gets me right back where I was. I gotta be close. I have to be close. I must be close. I mean, another possibility is, what if I can get to be too wide and also have it on top of me, on top of my left side. Then I can squish upward with the block. That would require me to be able to get the block on top of my head. Which I think I can do. No. Not while they're together like this. I would have to separate them and then bring them back together somehow. I don't think I can do that. Okay, what else can I do? I'm very limited at the beginning. I can do that. I can grab. I can't back up like that. I can come around from this side. And then I can push this way. That's about all I can do. So I think I'm forced to start like this. Yay. Now I'm big. But I can't do that here. But if I do it here, then I can get over here. It's not quite right. Can't back into them. I can't grab it from this side. So what can we do? We need to get the block into the mushroom. That is what we need to do. Can we get ourselves to be too tall? I'm not sure about that. So we need to block our upper self while the lower self gets underneath. I also don't think that would help us win. So I don't think we can just walk into a mushroom as a too tall guy. I think we need to get the block there. So what are our options? I mean, we can do this, but then... Oh, there we go. Maybe, maybe not. Now we can get to the same side. I don't think this helps us. I think we're stuck. Oh, there we go. Too tall. Oh, there we go. Correct. Squish. We did it. We did it. And now we can unlock the next warp. Should we try one more puzzle? I am getting tired. Ooh, it's a special one. Maybe we should look there. I don't know if we can get over there. Do we have any blocks over this way? We can't get up there either. Well, here's a thing. Interesting. I'm excited for this game, guys. I'm excited. There's so many cool puzzles. There's meta puzzles. Yeah, we can't get there. And 2 blocks here. We could go up here. I don't know, that one looks too complicated for my brain state. Let's take one look at this big central area. Just peek our heads in. It's more puzzles. It's not particularly special, it's just more puzzles. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for this first episode of Ligo. Again, if you want to watch me play this early, you can subscribe on Patreon, and you'll get to see this as it comes out. I don't know when the rest of it will make it to YouTube. It might be a few months. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.